Okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the garage. Super exhausted today. Let me get the chat popped up here. So, where to begin? Where to begin? Today we did the crank pulley. I can't even talk. Crank pulley. Got the stock one off. It took me forever to get the crank bolt out. I tell you what, man. And it didn't help that I didn't have a six-sided socket. I only had a 12. So I started rounding the thing off. So I had to stop what I was doing and go out and get a 6 and hammer it on. But finally got it off of there. Waiting on the front drive for the ATI damper so we can install the new one on. But on top of it, let's go over real quick. It's kind of messy. Let me move this creeper out of the way. I did get the Moroso expansion tank installed over here. I extended out the stock lines. The original expansion tank comes all the way out to this point. This one frees up a lot more area over here for the ProCharger unit. I need to kind of rerun some of these harnesses and jazz. But, yeah, nice little unit. Put some spacers on it. Screwed it straight into the wall. I got enough room to get the cap off, put a funnel in there. And so that part is done. As I said, I've got the crank off right now. The crank. Oh, well, you can't see it. Got the crank pulley off right now. Waiting on that. That's coming today, so I'll probably do it tomorrow. Mercy, mercy, mercy. So, who we got in here? Hey, Brandon. Hey, Simon. Hey, Auto Answer Man Zero. I owe some of you guys emails. I'm probably not going to be doing emails today. I'm going to get ready to crack open a cold beer, take a shower, and relax because I have kicked my own butt all day. Let's see what we got in the garage right now. I've got antifreeze all over my hands. Ooh. We are trying out a Voodoo Ranger 1985 IPA from New Belgium. It is a mango IPA. Hey, Tyler. Yeah, it's time for a big... No. Ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Yep. Hose got me. Hose clamp got me. And I just got beer in it. Sure, Auto Answer Man. Oh, that's good. I like that. It's refreshing. Refreshing beer. So, as I said, just waiting on parts. You guys think I should delete the vacuum pump on this thing? What's your thoughts? Delete the vacuum pump, run the brake booster straight off the manifold with the check valve, maybe. The vacuum pumps are really for whenever you're in 4-cylinder mode because the engine doesn't pull as much vacuum. Not an issue since we have displacement on demand turned off. So I think just be easier to delete it. Literally, you take the thing off and there's like 2 plugs that you got to plug oil holes that for the pump. Is it hurting anything to have it there? No. I guess I could just leave it there. It weighs something. We could probably say 5 pounds, but you know, I don't know. It costs like $10. Well, if I leave it, should I run it? I mean, I might as well run it if it's there, right? Oh, man, I am bushed. Have a headache. Hat boost. Got 2010 GMC Turbo. I'm tuning map now and keep getting a P0101 and P1101. 4-inch housing shouldn't be causing those. What are those? 1. Out of range. Are you seeing it go out of range? You should be able to change the P0101 setting on that one. Yeah. But you should be able to change the setting for that DTC to bump it up. Are you exceeding it? You should be exceeding it on a 4-inch. Man, I run boost through a 3-inch and I don't exceed my math. So let's see. You run too much boost, 0. I mean, it's just your frequency fail high number, right? Nice, Montana. Like, what kind of hertz are you seeing on your math? P59 with the 12,000 hertz hard limit. But with a 4-inch tube on there, you shouldn't be getting that high, I wouldn't think. Yeah, so 0 is not exceeding it with 3, shouldn't be exceeding it with 4 unless you're running lots of boost, because 0 is running a lot of boost himself. Ugh. Yeah. Joe says he's got 12 psi through a math. Well, mine goes out to 15, but I ran 15 psi through that math on a 3-inch. So with a 4-inch, you shouldn't be hitting a high side. I mean, I guess you could be out on the bottom side. Is it setting the DTC at idle? Yeah, scaling's probably wrong. What's the 1101? Mass airflow sensor out of self-test range. So that doesn't really say anything. Yeah, when it pops the code, you're going over to your speed density table, is why. And your speed density table is rich. Oh, I got so much crap to do. I just don't feel like doing any of it right now. I really need to clean this garage up. It is a pigsty. Gold Snacks. You know it, 92. What's going on, brother? SD is tuned already, ring great. Swing by here, 0. Clean my garage for me. It's a gorgeous day out. I should have been doing yard work, but really want to get this truck done. Hey man, you clean the garage, I'll clean the truck for you. Fair trade. Yeah, man, shoot me your tune that you've got right now, so I can take a look at it. Shoot me a log also. Dude, I don't throw stuff away and it's a problem. I need to learn how to throw stuff away. I need a bigger shop. 2021, right? 2022. Alex, my ECU says it's timed out and it fails to read and write OS. Is there a way to fix it? Alex, what ECU are you trying to program? You can't throw those away. Yeah, I probably won't get back to you until tomorrow. As I said, I'm taking the night off from emails tonight. So, but I'll get back to you tomorrow. We'll figure it out. L5953PO1 ECM replace the throttle body with an 85mm BBK. Can't get park neutral idle. Won't drop below 1400 RPMs. On the P01. Hey Scott. Alex, I would try to do it on the bench, man. Try to program it on the bench. Yeah, Will, what Zero is saying, check your stepper, check your IAC counts. Make sure that your IAC is not all the way closed, all the way open, all the way closed. It'd be all the way closed. You probably, as he said, need to adjust your stepper and get it into the range of where it can control during park neutral. Zero really needs to step up and do a video on this. Everybody try and convince Zero to shoot a video on troubleshooting, third gen, throttle bodies, idle, all that stuff. Yeah, if your IAC is reading 0, it can't control. Unit doesn't matter. Pounds per hour. I thought you were... I thought you were cabled for some reason. Yeah, your IAC shouldn't be reading 0. That's your problem. Yeah, Randy's got a good video. Let me pull it up real quick. I shared it the other day for somebody else. I tell you what, 0. Zero, will you go find that video from Randy's? I made you a moderator so you can share the link. If you wouldn't mind, brother. Well, Zero's going to find you the video that Randy did. Basically, yeah, what Kyle is saying. Randy goes through the process on his truck, which is cable, to target the correct IAC steps. If your IAC is all the way closed, What's up, Tweak? Welcome back, brother. Excuse me. Excuse me. I should probably wash my floor off. I got antifreeze everywhere. Is this my office? No, this was an office. Hey, Jet Black. This was an office off the side of the garage. I knocked the wall out to give me more space. I actually did a video on it. There's a video out there somewhere of me knocking the wall out and expanding into the office space. So if you look around, the previous owner of this house built it, and this was his, he worked from home, and so there's a door straight outside, and you can see boop, right there where the wall used to be, and I knocked it out to give myself more room. So I can move my toolbox and stuff in here, my workbenches, all that fun jazz. You'll get there, Will. It can only fit 2 cars. Small garage. Small garage. I said that I would never buy a house with a 2-car garage ever again. I've said that multiple times. But this house is so awesome. Whenever I saw it, I was like, I got to buy this house. It's got, the living room has like 35-foot ceilings with glass all the way up. So now that I'm doing this, I regret not having the 3-car garage or bigger. I need to just build a shop. I'm on a couple acres here, so I've got room to build a shop. Sounds good, S10. Let me know, brother. $60 by $80 would be awesome. I don't even need one that big. I want something that just has a higher ceiling more than anything. Brian, just bought HP Tuners, get rid of VATs on my 4.3, Vortex swap into TJ, worked great. Any tips for future tuning? Brian, watch a lot of videos. Go to tuning101.com. All the playlists are there. Go through the playlist, watch them. Digest the information. Yeah. Well, my lift, I had ordered a lift, one of the Max Jacks from Danmar. Surprise, surprise, they went out of business. Benpack ended up buying them. Luckily, I bought it on my American Express. So I called up American Express and they just gave me my cash back because it's $2,500. But I have not looked into what Benpack's doing because they bought all of the inventory and the rights for the little 2-post short ceiling one. Yeah, you're right, Tyler. My stepdad had a very big shop and accumulated a lot of junk in it. A lot of cars, a lot of motors. He's having to downsize now, and I haven't talked to him lately to see what he's doing with a lot of it. Load-bearing beams prevent me from doing a storage lift. Yeah, this is it. I was just going to put 2-post in just to be able to get the car up off the ground. Hey, babe. I'm live streaming right now. You want to come say hi?
You want me to?
Sure. Mrs. Garage just showed up.
Ah! I've got like my hands full.
That's fine.
Where am I going?
Just right over here.
Boop, boop, boop.
There you are.
Hi!
Hey, everybody. Just love you.
Have a good
You're fine.
Beagle
It's pointed
Saturday.
this way.
What?
Hey,
Okay.
Mrs. Garage. There you
Hi!
go. I have a 3-car and a 2-car detached, and they're both packed full of tools, tractors, and junk. Must be nice though. Brian, one car garage doing a frame up resto. Sounds good, man. I'll get back to you, auto answer, man. Promise you. Thank you, Tweak. Dude, what happened, Scott? They lost it. Did they fix it for you? Did they take care of you? Do I need to holler at them? I've got so many shirts on order. UPS has put me at the end of the route. I used to be at the beginning of the route so I'd get stuff. Awesome, Scott. Oh, super slow. Yeah, glad you got your shirt, brother. Yeah, they're a little bit slower. They're always a little bit slow. It normally takes 2 to 3 weeks to get the shirts in, since they make them whenever they're ordered. But they've been a little bit slower than normal. Hey, WMR, welcome. Glad to have you as a member. Nice. You could probably teach me something then. Did a full semester on tuning and HP tuners. Let me ask you this, WMR. Did you mess with EFI Live any whenever you were doing that? And let me ask everybody else, would you be interested in seeing some EFI Live content? Yay, nay. Wish I could post polls in here. Ugh. Okay, I got one heck yeah. And he's got a green name with a Goat Road Garage logo, so that he counts as like 10 votes. Brian says, yep. You are correct, Zero. EF5 Live is just expensive. What did you think of the fast stuff, WMR? Yeah, Mario, that's kind of my thought. And there is some things that are, unique to EFI Live, just like there's things that are unique. Oh, nice, Danny. How's the dyno tuning going? Does the Holley Terminator have any torque management BS that would close the drive-by-wire throttle bike? No, does not. It is as simple as you can get. There you go. I love Miatas, man. I've had a Miata. I owned a 99 back in the day. Honestly, for the cost of an EFI Live, I could probably put that money towards installing a Dominator and replace my Terminator X. I like the Terminator X. It just does not quite have the features that I would like. It's a little bit limited. For the money, it is great. I'm just getting into Tuner Studio, Danny, with this Micro Squirt. But even just playing around with it on that, I wouldn't be opposed to doing a Mega Squirt, one of the Mega Squirt 3 setups. Yeah, Haltech's super expensive, though. They're very proud of that stuff. But those guys seem really awesome. No, I would not be giving away the Terminator X. Sorry. I would have to sell it to offset the price of buying a Dominator. I'm too busy. I've spent more money. I've spent a lot more money than I make right now. So I've got to get caught up on some of this stuff. Spending is on a hold for a while. Good to know, Kyle. I have not used Fuel Tech. Yes. Cerberus, I am using the micro squirt strictly to drive the port injection, and it is only going to be whenever we're under boost. So I will be doing plenty more videos on that whenever we get to the point of doing the tuning with the port injection. How to adjust the other tables because it'll mess with our cylinder air mass readings. Tweak, I can't answer that for you. It's been a long time since I've had an LS2 and I did not have any issues. Oh, for the Haltech guys? Yeah. I will give them that. They seem super cool. Seem like they share a lot of information. They put out good videos. I don't know if you guys have gone over and watched any of their videos. You know, they do enough on their side that I've reached out to some of these companies. Haltech, I not even bothered reaching out to them because I don't think that I can provide any benefit to exposing their platform out there. They do such a good job on that side. Yeah, you know, and I was looking for something fairly simple but still had flexibility. And, man, I'm rather surprised. You know, I don't have it running yet, so I don't know how well it's going to work. But for, what, $400 for the unit with the 8-foot harness? Man, can't beat that with a stick. Granted, it's only going to be bank-to-bank control. There's nothing fancy about it. It only has 2 injector drivers. Have I used Tuner Cat? Nope. No, that's too old for me. Looks like the oil additive is making its way through the intake seams. That's interesting. You are correct, S10. But with the Terminator X, it's so easy to install, get up and running, program, do all that stuff on your own. Mario, how do you feel about proprietary info? Meaning if you tune someone's car, do you feel the need to lock the tune? No. I don't necessarily. There is no proprietary info. There's somebody that locks the tune does not have some special sauce ingredient that they have added to the tune that makes the tune badass. What they're doing is they're probably locking it so you can't see how crappy the tune actually is, would be my guess. Yeah, I do actually need to make some Goat Garage banners, especially for whenever we start racing. But looks like it's not going to be this season. So, do I do any Euro tuning? No, not really. Not to say that I'm against it. I have tuned an Audi, helping a guy from Eastern Europe tune his Audi. Would not be surprised, Tweak, if you had some issues with some slight surge during low speed cruising if you have a leak. I need to find a sign shop around here to get banners made. I guess I could probably find one online nowadays. Pretty easy. What should the banner look like? Just do the Tuned by Me. Have you guys looked at the new Tuned by Me shirts, by the way? They're down in the merchandise bar. If you scroll down, they are on sale right now. Yes, it would affect map readings. I can't post the link because the link's too damn long. Let me see if I can find a short link here. Go to my store. This link will work. Well, the Tuned by Me ones are only available in black. Those are the only ones that are on sale. They're $20. I like make $1 off of them, $2 maybe. But everybody asks for black shirts, and I understand why, because I've been wearing this shirt all day and it's filthy, but you can't tell. So I ordered some for myself. I can believe that, Kyle. The problem is on that, though, is on top of it, everybody's doing that anyways. It's, yeah, you're right, super slow. Everybody's doing that anyways. I see so much copy and pasting on these custom tunes. How do you feel about tuning off of one wideband in two separate banks, but two narrow bands? Not sure. I mean, I tune off of one wideband on two separate banks. I just tune one bank. Whenever you're tuning, as I've said in the past, you're not tuning fuel. You're actually tuning airflow. So fuel we need to think of as a constant whenever we tune, and then we are adjusting the MAF, or the manifold air pressure, the VE table, to register the correct amount of air to make the AFR or EQ ratio that we're looking to achieve out the backside. So if we are commanding a lambda of 1, we're not adjusting the fuel per se so much as we are adjusting the airflow readings, because if we are rich, we don't have enough air, and if we are lean, we have too much air. I don't think that HP tuners, there might be some ECM 0 that has bank adjustments on it. Let me look. That's a good question. That's not anything I've ever really dove into. Probably not, given the fact that these ECUs are used in so many vehicles that the idea of doing bank-to-bank adjustments is crazy. I don't think so. What would cause the drive-by-wire throttle body to close shut under boost? Depending on the generation, if it's a 5th generation, is probably going to be torque management. Perfect, super. That's you're dialed. So Mario says the Ford has cylinder-to-cylinder adjustment. It's just too bad Ford doesn't have anything that's fast. Cerberus says on Dodges you have to turn off the Bank 2 VE and tune it like a Chevy. Makes sense. You also have to turn off the neural network, right? You got to always be tuning. The new one is the Tuned by Me shirt, Scott. Yeah, the Terminator X has bank to bank. It has, I think it has cylinder. You can do cylinder fueling and timing correction on the Terminator X. Fast if you push them out of the back of a plane at 10,000 foot. Still not as fast as a Chevy, though. Terminal velocity is not fast enough. I saw a ZR1 today, 80-year-old man driving it. Bet that thing's never been over 3,000 RPMs. Yeah. You can also, Auto Answer Man, if you go into the engine diagnostics and underneath airflow, there will be a test settings for ETCs, and you can change the ETC test settings on there. On the one that I'm looking at right now, it's based on temperature. It says you have to be over 19 degrees before the test runs. You can bump that up and just make it where that test never runs. Doesn't matter. Dual exhaust with no crossover, so the wideband would just be reading one bank. Doesn't matter. You're commanding the same fuel to both banks. So the only thing that I would say is if you're going to tune one bank, I would possibly look at the way that your fuel rails are set up, and if your fuel is coming in on the driver's side bank and it's not on a return system, even if it is, I would probably put the wideband in the passenger side bank because it has the tendency to run just a hair leaner than the driver's side bank. Tweak, no, we are out of one-on-one sessions for this month. But if you want to keep the VVT working, you'll have to hack the injector pulse tables to get it right. Good to know. S10, the Terminator X doesn't do custom I/O triggering really, and so it limits some of the tables. So there's some things on the Cadillac that I would like to trigger, specifically if you see this point, trigger this, things like that. I also think that I could probably get the Dominator to work with the variable valve timing on the Northstar. Normally I say don't bother with the variable valve timing. It's not that beneficial. On the dual overhead cam cars though it is. So on pushrod motor, you're not missing out on that much, to be honest with you. You get to a point where you're making enough horsepower that VVT isn't really going to help you develop all that torque down in the low end. And it is, despite what a lot of people will tell you, is designed for emissions. The VVT on the LT motors is there primarily to put you in a valve angle range that will help out with emissions. So, and I did a video on this not long ago where I actually tested stock VVT tables versus the VVT tables almost zeroed out, and the truck run faster with the VVT tables almost zeroed out. The cam, your cam when it's parked, is making the most horsepower in the upper RPM range. Will do, Tweak. Kenneth, can you not use serial instead of analog? Let's look here. Okay, yeah, here you go, Kenneth. Oh, you already got the Pro set. Okay. Sorry? Can you ask them for a refund? AEM makes an inline. This is basically the 300300 without a gauge. I have my disagreements with some AEM stuff, but I'm not gonna lie, I've not had any issues with their wide bands. And this one has analog and serial, so No, I've not heard of it. Lost its memory. He has an AEM wideband super slow, or is he running an AEM ECU? Oh, okay. One of the AEM standalones. No, and I've not messed with the AEM standalones at all. Well, Kenneth, maybe one day HP tuners will do right by everybody and actually add features that they've been promising for over 2 years now. Like being able to data log directly to the MPVI2, which that alone, I would probably go ahead and upgrade to it, but literally right now, the upgrade only gets you analog inputs. It is a ripoff, it's annoying, and it's part of the reason why I've considered looking at other tuning platforms, because they're more concerned, and I talked about this a little bit on last night's show, they're more concerned about adding new platforms like Volvos and crap like that that nobody cares about than getting us the tools that we need, the guys that are tuning LSs, LTs, things like that, the tools that we need. And then I'm not even going to start. I miss my RX-7. Yeah, you're right, Kenneth. It's all about the money for them. The fact that they're charging $250, that dongle is $35, and then have a good one, Tweak. The dongle's $35, and so basically you're paying $220 just to turn on the analog input stuff in the software. It's you know, they change a 0 to a 1 on the back end with your serial number. Cerberus, this is, I was talking about earlier, I was maybe looking at some EFI Live stuff. What's going on, Darwin? How's everything down under, brother? 4:30 Sunday morning. Look at this dedication. That's why I love you, man. Everything been good down there, Nathan? Global, I am not the guy to ask about cam stuff. I won't even try to answer questions about cams. There are people that are experts in cams. Call them up. Brian Tooley Racing. Call those guys. Ask them. They know everything and then some. What's the difference between EFI Live? Honestly, it's been so long since I've done EFI Live, I'm not even going to try and dive into it. But if we end up doing some videos on EFI Live, we will explore the benefits. It is more expensive from the start, but maybe we'll do a video comparison of what you get for your money, HP Tuners, EFI Live, and if it's worth spending the extra money for EFI Live. Good to hear, Nathan. Okay, I'm going to grab another beer. You can watch me. Going right back here. Really, really enjoying this Voodoo Ranger, New Belgium Voodoo Ranger 1985 IPA. Thanks, Darwin. Thank you. In last Thursdays, it crashed on us. I reset the computer back to factory. I'm going to work on it. Going to get it back to factory. It was running great for the 18 minutes that it did run. And so that way, once we get that thing up and running good, whenever we have a guest on, we will have absolutely no issues like we had on Richard's stream, where it was loading up I was using my laptop. In fact, this laptop right here, and the thing was about to light on fire. It was so stressed. It's like $1,000 for the system and $125 for the credit. How many credits do you get? Let's just look. Let's just look at it real quick. Do. I guess I didn't know that EFI Live was out of New Zealand. FlashScan version 2. Excuse me. Whew. 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 That can't be right. $1,200? Oh, here we go. $900. Yeah, don't need the Dodge Cummins tuning. $900. 2 VIN licenses, so that's $250 worth of licensing. So, base cost, if you take it at $900, subtract $250, $650, right? $650 for the base, which is still super expensive. What's HP Tuners at now for the MPVI2? Ugh, I don't even want to be on this website. $300 from the MVPI2. So it's twice the cost of HP Tuners. Now the credits thing is interesting because it's $125 for a credit. It's $50 for a credit on HP Tuners, but 1 credit won't do crap for you for the most part. You're going to need at least 2, so you're looking at $100 plus. Tyler, just out of curiosity, if I set my nitrous system come on at 3K, do I need to set my PE delay below 3K? Yeah, I would. You want to be in PE whenever you're going into nitrous. Yes. HP Tuners, you can download and do data logs for free without credits. You can do any vehicle, but you can also do that with EFI Live. So the scan only is $500. I don't want to add to a cart. And then you could buy the scan only and upgrade it. How much is the upgrade? Doesn't say. Doesn't say how much the upgrade is. So that's $100 cheaper than what it's basically saying. I'm guessing that it's $100 to upgrade, then you have to buy the credits on top of it. So if you were wanting to go in with the EFI Live, and you only had 1 vehicle to tune, it might be best to buy the scan only for $500, pay the $100 upgrade, and then just buy 1 credit for $125. So you're in for $725 as opposed to $900. I don't know. Yeah, Danny, it took 4 credits just for my engine on the Camaro. The newer stuff, they want more credits. So that's $200 just for the engine on a newer Camaro. So, it's as said, HP tuners get expensive. That's $300, $400, $500 for the Camaro. It's gonna be $600 by the time you would do. But the thing about this, remember this, EFI Live is the Pro version. Think of it that way. So the Pro version is $550 for the MPVI2 Pro. So $600, it's only $50 more for an EFI Live technically. right? You guys following me on that math? So saying that, because the EFI Live will do the analog inputs and stuff, they don't make a base version without that stuff on there. And you can do the data logging directly on the handheld device, things like that, which you can't do on HP tuners right now. Correct. Zero EFI has a better Pro version. Well, and that's the nice thing about it is the EFI Lite Pro version, it has the handheld device, so you can save tunes on that device, and you can change tunes basically not on the fly, but you can change tunes without having a laptop with you. So you can save multiple tunes on the device, log directly to the device. So if you look at the Pro version of HP tuners, which nobody should be buying, sorry Kenneth, nobody should be buying the Pro version of HP tuners because there's no benefit to it whatsoever. EFI Live is probably more bang for the buck in that aspect. But if you're looking to get into tuning for as cheap as possible, HP tuners NPVI2, AEM gauge with serial, the USB serial converter, you can get in out the door, you know, $800 full package and tune, which you're not going to be able to do that with about anything else. And not necessarily like a Banks 1 to 5 has said. You can't just flip a switch on the fly. You would have to pull over, shut the car off, put the key on, download the file in, things like that. But you do have the option of literally doing that without having to have a laptop with you. And we should probably get into that. We should probably check out the old flash scan. See what it does. Can store up to 221 VINs. That's a lot of money. Huh. On top of it, the other cool thing about EFI Live is you can write files to an AutoCal and send them to people, and then they can log and send you the log file, and you marry the AutoCal to your flash scan, and so you can do custom tunes that way. I mean, you guys don't necessarily care about that, but I don't know if it's easier to use or not. You're correct, Zero. A couple $100 more bucks and you're at the Terminator X price. Sir Roche, you have a good point. Whenever you're tuning different brands, you want to spend on a tool that works with the most stuff possible. And I'm guessing the HP Tuners supports more vehicles. I can't say this for sure. Yeah, well, I can now that I look at it. HP Tuners supports basically all the Chevrolet platforms, a couple of the Dodge platforms, and that's about it. So we're looking at Saturn, Saab, Pontiac, Isuzu, all Hummer, Holden, all Chevrolet platforms, GM, GMC, Chevrolet, Cadillac, and Buick. So they're all Chevrolet platforms, then Dodge trucks. So Vauxhall, same ordeal. Yeah. Primarily, I'm not even seeing Ford on here. I thought HP Tuner, or I thought they used to do a lot of Ford stuff on EFI Live. Did they not? Ford's not showing up on the drop-down list. Heavy duty, Cummins and Dodge. Cummins. So, I don't know. I don't know. Oh well. Okay. we're coming up on an hour, so I'm going to go take a shower, get cleaned up, relax for the rest of the night. Appreciate everybody that jumped in here, hung out. Let's do SCT. That is correct, Zero. Forgot about SCT. Let's do some ABTs and some nitrous expresses. Woohoo! Appreciate everybody jumping in, chiming in, having fun. Good seeing some familiar faces that I haven't seen in a while. Good to see you again, Mario. You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay healthy, stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, all that crap. 6-foot social distancing. Thanks for stopping by the garage. ABT, always be tuning.